girl's father has turned into a robot. He's too busy to spend time with her. At 4 o'clock in the morning, he wakes up with his alarm clock and lifts the girl from her blanket. Then he hands her over to his next-door neighbor to look after her. Then he turned around and left in a hurry. He accidentally stepped on his daughter's painting. The girl cried and chased after her father, but as the lift slowly descended, the father had already left and disappeared. The girl was devastated, but she didn't blame her father, because she knew her father had to work to make ends meet, even though she was often lonely and scared. But with the bear by her side, the day would soon pass. Suddenly, she heard the sound of a horn. She went to the window and looked down with excitement, but the familiar figure was nowhere to be seen. It turned out that her father was working late again. She had to draw and wait for him to come back, but she didn't know how much time had passed. The girl fell into a deep sleep. In the wee hours of the morning, the father carried her home, and that was the daily life of this father and daughter. But one day, the girl wanted to play a game with her father. She woke up early and hid behind a pillar, but the father didn't have time to play with her. He dragged her out of the house, but the girl shook him off and picked up her favorite painting. But then Dad's alarm went off again. He had to hurry to the office. His work is very important to him. But then there was a problem with the lift. He switched from one to the other, but none of them stopped at this floor. But just as he was about to take the stairs, the girl fell to the ground. He rushed upstairs to check on her. Seeing that his daughter was fine, he finally let go of his heart. But just as he was about to leave, his daughter stopped him and handed him a painting. It was a picture of a girl playing a game with him. He never thought that this would be his daughter's most treasured picture. It turned out that he had been absent from his daughter's growth. He held her tightly in his arms. When he heard his daughter call out for her father, he burst into tears of remorse. The tears dripped onto the floor, reflected his robotic face. But the next moment, he returned to his human form, and his daughter wiped away his tears. From then on, the man reverted from an emotionless robot to a flesh and blood human being. So even if you're busy at work, don't forget to spend more time with your children.